Good morning everyone, the MMDA are back on the road. Right now they're on Palanca Street in Manila. You can see unfortunately the cargo company have a lot of trucks on the road again. There's lots down there as well, both the trucks and the trailers. Right now they're issuing tickets for illegal parking. As of, well, today I think the MMDA won't be towing illegally parked vehicles anymore. So the only penalty he'll get is either a 200 peso ticket for illegal parking or maybe obstruction, 150 pesos. And further down the street I can see they're issuing tickets to a few tricycles, although there's much less here compared to before, so there is a little bit of improvement. And you can see some people starting to wheel away their stuff. They don't want it to get confiscated by the sidewalk clearing team. These vehicles have a very big following here in the Philippines, but the problem is a lot of people are driving these around without a driver's license and without any registration. Further down there they just flagged down a man on a motorcycle not wearing a helmet. And over here they stopped this motorcycle. You can see the child on the back isn't wearing a helmet, unfortunately.
Hindi nyo naman po, tama yung sinasabi nyo, hindi nyo po ako sisitayin na walang violation. Sir, pwede naman po ako makiusap sa inyo kasi hindi naman po ako masamang tao, nag-atid lang po ako ng bata. Ngayon, di ba o sir? Ngayon, kung talagang bawal po talaga, pwede naman po akong bumalik, sir. Ano, sir?
Mali na ko.
Tamang may nakliran din po kayo dahil mali ako. Di ba, sir? Dahil violation po. Pero yung oras po naman ng oras na mag-aatid ako, sir.
Kasi yung traffic violation, sir. Wala po tayong, pag first offense, sir. First offense.
Opo, so talaga first offense lang naman ako eh.
Sir, ganito, sir, ha? Okay. Titikitan lang kayo, sir. After tikitan, ibabalik yung license mo. Hindi po namin ko-confiscate yan. Ibabalik po namin yan. Tapos yung ticket, sir, bayaran nyo lang sa bangko. Ganun lang po yun.
So you can see there's another truck here, there's a trailer over there, another truck over there. Basically it's a 4-lane road that comes down to just 2 lanes because of all the parked trucks, and unfortunately all they can do is put a ticket on the windscreen. The penalty will be anywhere from 200 to 500, and you can see more tickets are being issued to tricycles for illegal parking over here. And the sidewalk clearing team have been busy deconstructing this little shop over here on the sidewalk. And you can see the sidewalk clearing team are taking down this roof over the sidewalk. There were some stalls here selling stuff. They already moved on, but they will take this down. And of course what you saw earlier was the roof rolled up, but you know, later in the day what you'll probably find is it will be unrolled and then it will extend into the road also. So that's the reason why they clear these things, to clear the sidewalk and to clear the road. And they're now looking to clear these stalls from the sidewalk also. Better handled by the barangay, but well, MMDA will do it. And you can see they've made good progress on clearing that sidewalk. Further down the road you can see the vendors came back to the sidewalk. The MMDA cleared them all, and then I think 2 or 3 days later they had all of these new tents. They say it's now a livelihood project for the barangay. Of course that's why everyone's walking in the road here, because there is no place for pedestrians anymore. That puts them at risk of being hit by vehicles, and it also adds to traffic and congestion. The head of Western MMDA just went to talk to the barangay to see if they have any kind of documentation for this. He said no, so they're going to be clearing this again. You can see that the enforcers and the clearing team will actually help the vendors take their stalls away, so it's not like they're losing all of their stuff, but they do want to clear the sidewalk for the safety of pedestrians and for decongesting the area of traffic. Another thing that MMDA take into consideration is complaints from local businesses and even from other vendors who are operating in LGU markets. They say, hey, we're following the rules, we're doing everything right, we're in the right place, but we're losing customers to sidewalk vendors. So that's something else that the MMDA consider. Anyway, you can see the tents are just coming down now. All of the tents look brand new, so I guess they must have cost a fair bit of money. Some of the vendors want to keep their tents, but they're advising them they're already considered as confiscated.
Sino yung mga vendors dito? Sino yung mga vendors dito na pinalis namin noon? Di ba lang kami nakiusap sa inyo na huwag na kayong babalik dito at bawal?
Yun nga sir, sa amin na sir, kung pwede lang siya makiusap, kasi ang sabi noon, pwede kaming magtinda kapag hindi kami nakahambala sa daan. Malayo sir eh. Ano na lang pagkikitaan ng hanap buhay namin sa mga anak namin sir.
Gusto nyo po bang sagutin kayo ng tapat?
Basta sir, ang gusto ko sir, kung gusto nyo ng maano ng mga vendors, gusto ko lahat. Kasi ang dami kami sa Quiapo sir.
Gusto nyo bang sagutin ko kayo ng tapat?
Yes sir.
Okay, ganito ha. Ganito, para malaman natin ang batas, ha? Ang bangketa hindi pa pwedeng pagtindahan. Bawal po yan. Land Transportation Act 4136, sidewalk is beyond the commerce of man.
Bawal po yan. Pangalawa, sinabihan ko na po kayo noon nung nagpunta ako dito, huwag po kayong maniniwala. Pag sinisingil kayo at ipapapwesto kayo dyan, bawal po yun. Pangatlo, nag-usap kami ni Kapitan. Kung papayagan kayo ng City Hall, sige. Nasaan po yung papel na yun?
Yun nga po, sir, inaayos mo na, sir. Inaayos mo na, sir. Kaya
Kung wala pong papel, kung wala pong papel, hindi po tayo pwedeng magtayo ng mga tent na to. Nandiyan pa yung mukha ni Kapitan na gagawing livelihood project. Binibigyan kayo ng maling pag-asa na pwede kayo dyan kahit mali. Manang, nag-usap na po tayo noong nakaraan. Sinabi ko na po ang posisyon ng gobyerno dyan. Bawal po ang bangketa. Hindi po natin pwedeng i-insist ang mali. Kahit na po pangkabuhayan yan. Kung pangkabuhayan po yan, naiintindihan namin. Ang sa amin ilagay sa ayos. Definitely, ang ayos hindi po pwede sa bangketa. Ilang beses po ba naman kailangan kami bumalik para explain sa inyo yan? Ngayon, itong mga tent na to, bago to. Nakikita ko, bago to mga to. Diba?
Kaya inayos
So ngayon,
namin, sir.
itong mga bago na to, parang binibigyan kayo ng pag-asa, pinabili kayo ng mga tent, bago, may litrato, may nakalagay pang livelihood project ng barangay. Hindi po yan ang kailangan namin. Ang kailangan po namin ay otorisasyon galing sa local government na pinapayagan kayo magtinda. Ito po ay private property. Ito po ay public property. Kung papayagan kayo dyan sa loob magtinda, wala po akong pakialam. Hindi ko po kayo gagalawin. Pero hanggang nasa pampubliko kayo na kailangan po daanan to, kailangan po na. Sa amin po kaayusan. Hindi, sinabi ko na po sa inyo yan. Ilang beses na kaming dumaan dito. Nung una, hindi namin kayo ginalaw. Pinagsabihan namin kayo. Pangalawa, kinuha namin yung mga mesa, hindi namin kinuha ang produkto. Sinabi na naman namin sa inyo. Tapos ngayon, may tent pa kayo.
Sir, para sa kaayusan po din kasi namin, sir. Kasi kung makikiusap lang din po sana, sir, siyempre, sir, ito lang din po ang pangkahanap buhay namin sa pamilya namin. At saka, hindi naman kami, sir, nakakahambala sa kalsada, sir. Kasi yun ang ano namin, pwede daw sabi magtinda, basta wag lang.
May sabi po, man.
Yun po na ano po namin, sir, na pwede daw magtinda. Kasi sa Baklaran, pinag-ano naman nila, nasabi nila, pwede magtinda, basta wag lang daw mag-ano sa kalsada.
Iba po yung Baklaran, iba po ito.
Tapos dyan sa baba, sir, sa City Hall, nakita nyo naman po, sir, nandito rin sa bangketa, sir, sa palengke,
ganito
di ba?
po, ganito.
Dapat, sir, kung gusto nyo ng kalinisan,
Pwede ba kayo sumama sa akin sa Villalobos ngayon? Gusto nyo pa makita kung paano ko linisin ang Villalobos?
Kasi ng Villalobos nga, para naman yung printer namin, iwan namin, hindi man nanakaw.
Yun nga sinasabi sa inyo, kung gusto nyo makita,
So, if ever na may documentation po kami bibigay galing kay Chairman galing sa local, ibibigay po namin sa inyo.
Tingnan nyo po ako kasi hindi po ako pwedeng pumayag na ako ang malilintikan dyan dahil pinapayagan ko kayo.
Ang kay Chairman po yung papel namin. Then, hinihintay na po namin ibaba sa amin para forward po namin sa inyo.
Manang, antayin na lang po natin.
Sige po, hinihintay po natin po namin.
siyempre, dito lang kami, sir, kumukuha ng hanap buhay namin, sir. Paano naman yung mga anak namin, sir, nag-aaral, araw-araw, may bakon, saan kami kukuha ng
Manang, naiintindihan ko po. Ang sinasabi ko sa inyo,
kung may hanap buhay yung asawa namin, sir, na matino, wala rin, kaya nagsaside
may hanap buhay ang kasama.
Hindi, sir, yun lang din hanap buhay, sir, mag-side ka.
Ilagay na...
Mag-iusap lang sana, sir, tol, hindi naman kami nakaano siya, mag-inaayos.
Yan nga po eh. Yun nga po kami. Kaya nga, ang sinasabi ko, kumuha kayo ng papel sa City Hall.
Ayos naman si sir, kaya lang hindi pa kasing...
Antayin po natin.
Kung ganun, sir, pwede naman nahingi namin sa inyo na huwag yung dali ng tent namin kasi kapag wala pa kami mahawakan ng document, hindi namin talaga ilalagay yan. Promise. Oh, kung nagsinungaling kami, kung makadaan kayo dito na inilagay namin yung mga tent, hindi, kukunin ng tuluyan.
Yung promise na yan, 2 beses ko na naririnig. Pangatlo na ngayon.
Hindi, ako lang nagpa-promise, sir.
Kasi wala kami ano, sir, na makarating kami, ang layo-layo nun, sir, tapos kukunin nyo. Yan, sir, na ano pa yan, sir?
Binili kasi namin yan, sir. Binili namin yan, sir.
Gusto ko malaman, kung magiging honest kayo sa akin, ibibigay ko sa inyo yan. Sino nagbenta sa inyo?
Wala.
Oh, wala.
Binili lang namin doon sa ano.
Sandali.
Hindi, kanya-kanya
Sino
namin
ang
yan, sir.
Hindi, pare-pareho yan eh. Sino ang nagbenta sa inyo?
Wala, sir, pinagawa lang, sir, talaga.
Magkano ang binigay nyo?
Ano yan, sir? 2.5. Ako nagpagawa niyan, sir, lahat.
Pero
iwanan ko sa
Bakit may litrato ni Kapitan?
Yun lang, gusto namin sir.
Livelihoods pa talaga natin yan.
Ang sabi ko sa inyo, kung magiging tapat kayo sa akin, isosole ko yan.
Oh, sir, promise.
Sa amin yung sarili pera sir.
Sa lahat ng ayaw ko sinungaling. Magkano yan?
Sa amin yung sariling pera.
Sino nagpagawa niyan?
Kanya-kanya po.
Sige na nga, sir.
Kanya-kanya kahit
Eh bakit hindi litrato ko nilagay nyo?
Hindi kasi.
Ha? Sige nga. Bakit hindi litrato ko?
Gusto mo ilagay namin?
Sinerge namin yun sa internet sir para makakuha kami ng picture.
Pwede. Kaya kayo.
Pagdadag namin, sir, bakit hindi?
Sir, promise. Kawa naman kayo.
Usapan tayo. Ibibigay ni Sir yung tent pero hindi nyo kakabit hanggat walang papel. Pag meron, pukumpisahin namin. Oh!
Kunin nyo lang tuluyan. Hindi namin babawiin. Basta promise.
Kunin nyo.
Promise.
Now, of course, further down the road, you have a lot of parked vehicles. But as was recently shown in a video, someone paid $180,000 for a mower, and then they're able to resell those spaces either individually to vehicles that want to park or to each business on a monthly basis. It's a very nice money earner for whoever owns that mower. Again, this is 4 lanes that go down to 2 because you have vendors on one side and then the paid parking on the other side. Unfortunately, that's how congestion ends up being built up in the city. And of course, you'll see all the pedestrians are in the road because there's no more sidewalk. It's blocked by vendors, unfortunately. This is really a huge business. You go to Manila City Hall and you say, hey, I'll give you $30,000 per month if you let me have one stretch of road, one side. And then what you do is you go to each individual business along the road and you say, how much are you willing to pay for spaces in front of your business? How much are you willing to pay? How much are you willing to pay? And you charge each individual business. And then anyone who wants to park for an hour, you also charge them. I think most people said they're paying around 50 pesos for the first 2 or 3 hours. So it's a real big money maker. You know, you only pay 30,000 a month and then you own a whole stretch of road. It's a pretty interesting business idea. The last time the team were here, the barangay said that they don't own the mower. It's owned by a private person. That's who paid the 180,000. But today someone's saying that the mower is actually owned by the barangay, and they have a clarification of which establishments are covered by that mower. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know who really owns the mower. If you look at the guys that are collecting payments for the parking, none of them are in uniform, and people have said they're paying anywhere from 50 pesos to 200 pesos to park there, depending on whether it's a private vehicle, if it's a delivery truck, how many hours are going to be there. And yeah, it's, I don't know really. For the vendors on the street here, they've shown paperwork, they have hawkers permits, and they're paying 20 pesos per day. So if you have a stall like this in the road, it costs you 20 pesos per day. Pretty much everyone showed the same little receipt, 20 pesos. It's kind of hard to believe though, because the stalls are all different sizes, and normally you're charged depending on the size of your stall. So it's hard to believe that people are just paying 20 pesos per day. And I don't know if the earnings of that would really cover the cost of the congestion and traffic that's caused by having vendors in the road. And of course, it's not just smaller vendors, it's also things like this where they have a building, they have a whole store that goes in, like it's a big store, and then they also extend out here. Again, apparently 20 pesos per day. Of course, as you get further down the street, it gets even more narrow. I don't think cars and vans can pass through here, but motorcycles can.